Hi, boys and girls. How are you today? Well, this will probably be our last video that we will do because school is coming to an end. Um, so I'm going to go over the last few pages that you might have left in your packet. If you've already done them, that's okay. For those that you haven't, this will just be kind of a refresher to give you some ideas. One of the papers that you had in your packet was cutting lines, practice cutting. You need to be sure that you're sitting at the table and that mom, dad, or an older sibling is helping you to work on your cutting. You're going to cut the dotted lines this way. You can cut it across the bottom, and then you'll cut it up and down. Okay? When you get it all cut out, if you want to, you could even cut it into smaller pieces. Maybe see if you could make a picture out of your cutting. But you're going to begin to practice your cutting. Then we'll go to math. You have two math sheets. One is the number 10. This is our last review number. We counted all the way. If we'd have been in school, we would have went 1 to 15. So we're only going to review 1 to 10, but you work this summer on counting up to 25 and start recognizing those numbers. So when you go to pre-K 4 next year, you'll be ahead. So here are 10 frogs. You can color your frogs green. You trace the 10 and then write the 10. Down here in the bottom is your box. Do you remember what you do here? Yes, you draw 10 things. You could draw 10 lines, 10 trees, 10 sunshines, 10 basketballs, whatever you would like to draw. But you want to count as you draw to be sure that you get 10 in. Then to finish your review to see if you recognize the number and how many it is, you have a sheet. It's called Count and Color 1 to 10. Now, I hope that in your paper that you didn't have a boo-boo that Miss Donna just found when I was going over your paper with you, okay? It's called Count and Color, and it has the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And hopefully I gave you a sheet that had all the numbers down the side. If I didn't, and you've got a blank space, Mom, Dad, you can write the numbers in for them, and it goes in sequence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, going across the paper, you want to look at this number right here, number 1, and only color one picture. The first one is a sun. Only color one sun. Now, ideally, you would want to color the first one, okay? But if you choose to color it at the end, that's okay. But as long as you only color one, and you do the same thing all the way down and across. 2 frogs, 3 shells, 4 shoes, 5 basketballs, and so forth all the way down. So hopefully I didn't give you a paper that had the numbers missing, but if I did, you just write them in. And that's going to help you with your counting and recognizing 1 to 10. Okay? Then you're going to start learning and remembering words and learning how to read. When you leave 4-year-olds next year, hopefully you'll be able to be reading some words. So I want you to practice this one, okay? If you don't want to do it now, you could save it for if you're going on a trip, you'd have something to do and you can read the color words. The colors that they are using in your paper are the colors blue, yellow, white, green, and brown. They're using 4 colors, okay? So find the color, the word you know. Most of you know the color blue, B-L-U-E. Find all of the words that say blue and color it in blue. It's kind of like a paint with numbers, except this is a color. You could paint it if you wanted to. Okay, just be sure you put some paper on the table when you paint, because sometimes water paint will leak through. So match the word and paint it the correct color. That way you begin to learn how to read color words. We've learned red, blue, yellow, green, brown. Those are the colors we've learned. Now we're learning their words, okay? Doesn't have the color on here for you. You have to see if you can figure out what that color word is. If you can't, what do? You ask for help, okay? Or an older sibling or brother or sister can sit at the table with you and show you the color word blue, and then you find it on your paper. Then the last one we're going to do, as far as the words, is sight words. Is sight words, okay? That's our next paper. Sight words are words that really you don't sound out, and it's so that you can learn how to read, start learning to read. You can get real easy books that has real simple sight words in it, okay? This is the sight word I. It, to, am, go, me. Now this is a matching game. Mom, Dad, you need to cut out the words for them, okay, on the lines. And if I'm not mistaken, I made it out of heavier stock paper. So then you go over the words with them, reading them, then turn them over upside down where you can't see them, and then you turn over back one at a time. Be sure you mix them up and turn them over and see if you can find the match. So say you turned over the letter I. Then you would turn over another card and see if you find the letter I. If you don't, say you find the I and the it, you need to turn it back over and it's the next person's turn. Okay? So lots of fun ways to play a matching game. Another one that you can do if you're traveling this summer. Okay, learning how those sight words. And as we draw the season to the end, I'm going to read some nursery rhymes. We didn't do a lot of nursery rhymes, but those are some things that a lot of you already know. Hopefully the book, you can hear the music, but this is an older book, and it's got older pictures of nursery rhymes. You have a picture in your folder. Let's see if it's in here. And if it's not, well, we'll see if we can find it. It is. You have a picture of a lamb, and it has the poem at the bottom of your paper, and it goes like this. You had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow. It followed her to school one day, school one day, school one day. It followed her to school one day, which was against the rule. Take your lamb and ask Mom for some cotton balls and pull the cotton balls apart and give your lamb some wool and work on learning Mary had a little lamb. Let's look at a couple of other ones in here that are fun ones. This is called hot cross buns. A bun, of course, you know, is a type of bread. And it goes like this. Oh, Miss Donna pushed the wrong picture. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. I pushed the wrong button on the music, so we'll go to this one first. But this was what? Do you know what that one was? That's right, it was Jack and Jill. Let's do it again. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. Sometimes if you sing them, it's easier to memorize them than saying them. Let's go back to hot cross buns. Hot cross buns, hot cross buns. 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns. And you can sometimes, when it says hot cross buns, you can find them in your marketplace. But these are nursery rhymes. Sometimes it makes sense and sometimes it doesn't. And then I bet one you already know is this one. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. That's always a fun, and you can always use your hand motions. But it's been a fun year. I'm sorry it didn't end exactly like we wanted it to. We would probably still have another couple of weeks if we were still getting to come to school. But that's okay. We had a good time. I've enjoyed the videos. Tomorrow, Tuesday, May the 12th, from 4 to 6, will be our last packet pickup. All the teachers will be there. I hope that all of you get to come so that we can say goodbye and you can pick up all of your things that you might have left at school. And I have something special for you, so I hope you get to come. You have a good day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Love y'all.